I'm Greg Davis. Welcome to Taskmaster, where tasks must be completed, otherwise I get very grumpy indeed. And you're the one charged with jumping through hoops on my behalf. Points are available based on your performance, and nothing shy of a perfect score will allow you to fondle this, my resplendent metal face. And all the while, sitting to my left, is a man who will wipe away any sweat that might accrue on my magnificent brow. It's little Alex Horn!
Thank you. I'm the Taskmaster's assistant. I will be present for all tasks, taking measurements and doing admin, scattergrams, pie charts, all the fun stuff. I also provide sparkling banter at the top of each episode. Do you want to do the banter now, Taskmaster, for the banter section?
Do I want to? No, I do not.
Are you sure? I've got some quality cheeky bant ready to whip out.
Go on then.
Well, you've already had it. That was the banter, when I said cheeky bants, like a youth.
Hilarious. Well done. Never talk again. Enough nonsense talking. More tasks.
And now a task where I get to be pampered for a change. Hello. I think I will have. Ooh, I really fancy a... I think I will have. Ooh, I really fancy a... Oh, thank you. It's good. Thank you.
You know, when the Earl of Sandwich first invented the sandwich back in
1762.
1762, thank you, you irritating little nerd. When the Earl of Sandwich invented the sandwich back in 1762, I doubt he comprehended the impact his bready creation would reap upon the world, and ultimately, you, Alex. I will say, normally when Alex has to eat things in these tasks, I'm relieved that it's not me doing it, but I'm genuinely irritated that I didn't get any of that delicious sandwich.
Considering the ingredients, it was very enjoyable. Okay, how many points for a long-distance sandwich?
It's absolutely bang on, can't fault it, 5 points. Okay, what's next?
Time for the next task. Away we go. Hello. I've started the timer.
Have a good look around for clues to escape, and don't be afraid to get messy. Do not eat any of the watermelon. Ah, you made it out. Well done. Now, just find the dog food and the bowl and pop one in the other. The Taskmaster's second favourite fruit after pineapple.
Ah, there's the dog food. I've stopped the clock.
Pretty impressive run, right?
Yes, astonishingly quick. One of the fastest we've ever seen solving watermelon-based puzzles.
Some people just can't resist smashing themselves some watermelon, eh? Lovely job. Picked the right watermelon quite quickly.
Yes, there were lots of melons there, but they were pretty shrewd about finding the correct one.
You mean lucky, right?
Yes, pure chance. Shall we score it?
This is easy, right? They either found the dog food or they didn't. 5 points.
5 full points for finding the dog food.
That's the location tasks out of the way, and now, as is tradition, we do another task right here, in front of a clammy, clambering audience. So please, head to the stage for the final task of the show!
Functionally, a studio task is identical to a house-based one. Read and understand the task on the card, drop the card, do the task. Good luck.
This looks like a rip-roaring roller coaster of a task, Alex. Melons and skittles. Woo! Feel the rush!
A skittle, of course, is British for bowling pin. So, you need to throw the melons down onto that red circle down there. Once you've thrown all 10 melons, it's game over, okay? Oh, and a skittle drops on the very first throw. Oh, they're shooting hard and fast.
Ooh, they're doing well. You like your messy tasks, don't you, Alex?
Yes, I'm a mucky little pup.
Oh, skittle movement.
And it stayed upright, so the task continues.
Oof, right on the skittle. Seven melons. I can't believe how genuinely tense this is. That turntable is proving tricky to hit. Alex, I'm surprised you didn't try a sneaky little trick like painting a bowling ball to look like a watermelon or something.
I tried that, but the finger holes gave it away.
Right, join us down here for the score.
Phew, that was tense, eh?
I mean, gotta be happy with that, right? Them's a lot of melons on that little circle.
Yes, an extremely impressive set of melon lobbing.
I'll tell you this, I've seen a lot of melon smashing in my time on this show, and that was among the best of it.
So, how do you want to score this, Greg?
Well, they got an entire melon farm in that red circle, so 5 points.
5 points!
So where does that put us with the episode score?
We're on 15 points.
We've learnt that if you want to find out the true measure of a person, hide a can of dog food into a watermelon and just let them go to town on it. Thank you for playing, and goodbye. Hello and welcome to Taskmaster, the show where I, Greg Davis, watch as you master or fail to master some tasks. And to my left is a man who looks like something that rolled under the oven about a year and a half ago and is just out of reach of the Hoover. It's little Alex Horn!
Thank you, Greg. Shall I summarise my role as the Taskmaster's assistant?
No! On with the episode!
Alors, petit Alex Horn, encore un task, s'il vous plaît.
Pomme de terre. This task should earn everyone involved a bonus point for not doing any egg puns. Once you're ready, please pick up the egg and drop it through the pipe to start. That's the pipe, right there with the duck on top. Just pop an egg in it and use whatever you can to get that egg as far as possible into your frying pan. Just don't touch anything the egg is touching while it's moving, or I'll disqualify that run. Good luck. Remember, you can make as many egg attempts as you want. That's the baseline established. Had your fill? Okay, let's head back to the studio for the score.
Some pretty gross images there and no mistake. Okay, let's dive in.
All right, let's drop some scores.
Your epic egg delivery was like something out of a Wallace and Gromit movie, but even more impressive because we didn't take years to film it. 5 points. Right, the Taskmaster demands another task immediately.
Yes, let's gâteau it. Hello. Please stay inside the dome for the duration of this task. Okay, the easel has commenced rotation. Hopefully that made sense. Pick up the sticky notes and stick them to the canvases. Do your best to copy the picture of the cake to the other side of the easel. Easy! Use all the artistic flair you can muster to copy the cakes. Just don't make yourself too sick chasing the canvases around. The easels have now reached maximum propulsion. There are 3 minutes to go. You have 1 minute remaining. Thirty seconds. 10 seconds. Stop! Sticky notes down, please.
Right, the absolute first thing we need to ascertain, as far as I'm concerned, is whether or not either of these look anything like a cake.
Do you think it looks unlike a cake?
If I'm honest, I'm struggling to see any resemblance whatsoever.
I think they look spot on.
Yeah, but you go to those trendy deconstructed food restaurants where they make burgers out of old shoes, don't you? I'm a man of tradition, and that picture does not match my mental image of a cake. But this is all subjective waffle. Let's be a bit more scientific about this, shall we?
Yes, cakiness aside, each side matched very closely.
There was a decent number of different colours used, which I like. The more colours, the more sugars and additives, the more chance there is of a cake having an effect on my worn-down taste buds.
Well, art is subjective, and sticky note art doubly so. Shall we attempt a score?
OK, well, look, I'm not going to mark it on the quality of the art, because I think that speaks for itself. This one goes down to the effort they put in and ultimately how alike the two pictures are.
That's exceptionally magnanimous of you. Gosh, you really are just wonderful, I think. OK, so,
just brilliantly done. A lovely pair of matching cakes. Can't really fault it, considering. 5 points. It's studio task time. Please make your way to the stage.
all settled in, Greg?
Yes, although I'm a little unnerved by the shopping trolley and ramps directed straight at me.
You're completely safe. I tested it. Well, I didn't test it, but I thought about it a lot, and you'll almost probably be safe.
Right, well, let's get it over with then. Give them the card.
So, get a piece of fruit as close to Greg as possible. Once the fruit leaves the stage, we'll get you a new trolley for the next attempt. Ready?
Don't think anyone's impressed that you picked a weird fruit like tomato, Alex. I've been pelted!
2 minutes. Having fun, Greg?
Wonderful. Thanks for asking, Alex, you idiot.
"60 seconds and counting. 30 seconds. Seconds.
Is it all over? Come down here and we'll see what your fruity barrage has done to the final scores.
A very fun studio task, Greg.
Was it? Because I feel like I've just been subjected to a new and illegal interrogation technique.
I had fun.
Well, that's what's important. Let's get to it. Now, some fruit did hit me, but does that count as close as possible?
Unfortunately, it didn't settle on you, and we have to score it on its final resting place, I'm afraid.
Harsh but fair. Good. Now, that one piece of fruit got almost intimately close to me. Last time I was that close to a bit of fruit was during the 1980s pineapple ring party fad. Juicy.
Yes, a horrible image, but a lovely close bit of fruit. Almost exactly what we were after. So, would you like to give us a score?
Yes. This was so impressive it almost turned me vegan. But it didn't, because I love sausages. 5 points. All right, so what are we looking at for the episode score so far?
We're on 15 points.
So, what have we learnt today? We've learnt that when Friedrich Schiller famously said art is difficult, transient is her reward, he probably hadn't considered some idiot standing in a dome, slapping sticky notes on a rotating canvas. Until he does, until he sits and thinks about what he's done. Thank you for playing. And goodbye. Hello, and welcome to Taskmaster. Before you, a collection of tasks to be completed, and me, Greg Davis, a giant, enigmatic man whose sole reason for existing is to watch your pathetic attempts and openly mock you for trying. To my left is a man whose face resembles a child's drawing of some old ham. It's little Alex Horn!
Thank you, Greg, for that. Are you ready for the banter section?
No, am I ever?
Well, what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about absolutely nothing. Let's immediately move on to the first task instead and skip your bit, because doing that means you get paid less.
All right.
Why haven't I got another task yet, Alex?
And now a task in which we ask you to insert small objects into an animal.
Huh?
Hello. Please do not touch the piñata until instructed. I've started the timer. You may begin stuffing the piñata. Yes. Yes, that's allowed. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes, that's allowed. Yes. Yes. Yes, that's allowed. Yes. Well done. Kindly stop interfering with the piñata. You can take a break while we set up part 2 of the task. This is for you. Very good for getting the aggression out this task. I tested it 458 times. You have 1 minute remaining.
I enjoyed this task immensely because it incorporated my main motivator in life, the violent destruction of cutesy nonsense. So, first things first, did they stuff and plug their piñata correctly?
They either worked out that the secret rule was to not stand on the red carpet when putting items into the piñata, or they got very lucky indeed.
Right, I'll give you 1 point for that and award the other 4 points for your skills in memory and piñata destruction. So, on to the exciting bit of the task. Bludgeoning adorable paper animals. At one point, it looked like you were trying to smash a piñata open with your bare hands, trying to look all tough, but coming off like an adorable kitten pawing at a ball of wool. They kept their piñata safe, right? Bosh! Job done?
Yes, they did. And they broke lots of wrong ones too, which either means they have excellent visual recall or excellent luck.
I guess we'll never know, but the results speak for themselves. Let's move on!
Well, yes. Let's move on to the final scores, I think.
A consummate creator and destroyer, 5 points. Right, Alex, hurry up and give me another task before I give you a big kick.
Yes, right. Next up, we're getting absolutely legless. Hello. Please pick up the task card, take your time reading it, then drop it when you're ready to start the task. Okay, now hold on to the edge of the hinged table. Once you've done that, I'm going to take the table leg away, and you'll be the table's only support. Perfect. Removing the leg. Now, I have successfully withdrawn the leg. Your time has started.
Right, let's just get straight into this one, I think. And can I just say, as someone who's a big fan of eggs, I was very taken by that performance. That's a lot of lovely little eggies sitting pretty on that table. You must be pleased with yourself.
Yes, not a single egg smashed.
Pretty impressive. Like a particularly smug Humpty Dumpty.
Shall we move on to the scores, then?
Yes, let's. Just an exceptionally clean and tidy floor. No egg smashed. Full 5 points. All right, time for the studio task. Please make your way to the stage. An intriguing setup. It looks like an art installation.
Everything we do in the studio is technically art.
In that case, my bottom is one of the most prolific artists of all time because I've been sitting here trumping constantly all day. Right, come on, Warhol, let's get things moving.
We have provided you with a nice big bat to whack the piñata with. Then it's just a case of using only the items inside to knock the skittle off the plinth. All clear? Ready? It's all over already.
Bring yourself back down here and we'll take a look at what that's done to the final scores. So, you brought the exact piñata from the earlier task with all of the same items in it, presumably tittering the whole time. You pleased with yourself?
Yes, immensely.
So I expect you're pretty happy with your piñata filling choices. I certainly am, because it wiped the smugness right off little Alex's face. Right, let's talk about how long that took.
I mean, it was just impossibly fast. They knew what they were doing and they went for it.
I like that. I like someone who knows what they're doing and goes for it. It's always a pleasure to see. Okay, good to know. Let's move on. What about distance?
Pretty close, to be honest. They could have been a lot further back.
Them's the breaks. That's how it shakes out.
So, what's the score?
Incredible distance. It was like watching a surreal assassination. 5 points. All right, so what are we looking at for the episode scores so far?
We're on 15 points.
So what have we learnt today? We've learnt that in the modern world, prudence and a fine eye for detail are critical attributes, and you may be asked at any moment to smash open a small donkey whose guts are nothing but gravy and glitter. Thank you for playing, and goodbye. Welcome to Taskmaster. Here you will face a veritable cavalcade of improbable challenges, completing them however you like, as long as you stay within the confines of basic practicality, decency, and my own peculiar whims.
I'm Greg Davis, and to my left is a man with a face like gone-off cheese. It's little Alex Horn!
Thank you, Greg. I am feeling really kind of spaced out today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of VR, virtual reality games.
Have you?
Yes, it's astonishing. It really feels like you're actually there.
Oh, does it indeed?
Yes, I've been playing Assistant Simulator. That's one of my favourites. It's very realistic, running a series of improbable and humiliating chores for a big virtual man.
Right, I see.
I've very nearly scored enough points to afford a small lunch break, so it's very exciting.
I genuinely could not care less about any of this. You've got too much time on your hands, and I shall be rescinding it accordingly. At the risk of getting predictable, let's do another task, Alex.
This next one has a bit of a ring to it. Ahoy! When the phone rings, pick it up. You'll be given a chain of mini tasks to complete. If you get them all right, you'll get a call with an even longer chain.
Flush the toilet. Kiss Greg's statue on the head. Crouch up and down in the dome 5 times. Take something out of the washing machine.
One. Your chain is 1. 2. 3 mini tasks in a row. 'Next chain, the phone is ringing.
Stroke Linda the cow's head. Make the puppets kiss. Flush the toilet. Roll a tire. Feed the horse some dog food.
We don't have a dog. I don't know why we bought so many cans of that. One. Your chain is 1. 2. 3 mini tasks in a row. 4 in a row. Next chain, the phone is ringing.
Roll a tire. Dance on the stage. Throw a boot at the target. Ring the doorbell 3 times. Take something out of the washing machine. Shake the duck above your head.
1. Your chain is 1.
Ducks. Always ducks.
2. 3 mini tasks in a row. 'Is this a Cinderella moment? Are you going to Cinderella me? 4 in a row. 5.
Next chain. The phone is ringing.
Throw a boot at the target. Salute Ollie the Knight. Throw an egg at Greg's portrait. Crouch up and down in the dome 5 times. Make the puppets kiss. Feed the horse some dog food. Dance on the stage.
If it's so 1. Your chain is 1. 2. 3 mini tasks in a row. 4 in a row. 5. 'Your chain now stands at 6.
'Next chain. The phone is ringing.
Kiss Greg's statue on the head. Take something out of the washing machine. Shake the duck above your head. Put a cone on your head. Salute Ollie the Knight. Throw a boot at the target. Roll a tire. Stroke Linda the cow's head.
One. Your chain is 1. 2. 3 mini tasks in a row. 'Another of the Taskmaster's late night pilfering. 4 in a row. 5.
Your chain now stands at 6. You have a chain of 7. Careful, that is not an apple. Next chain, the phone is ringing.
Put a cone on your head. Make the puppets kiss. Brush the tiger. Ring the doorbell 3 times. Take something out of the washing machine. Dance on the stage. Flush the toilet. Throw an egg at Greg's portrait. Slam the front door.
A distressingly fragile ovoid. One. Your chain is 1. You have 10 minutes remaining. Two. Three mini tasks in a row. I, of course, brush my teeth with cheese 4 in a row. That's 5. Your chain now stands at 6. It's me! You have a chain of 7. How do you feel? Okay, let's head back to the studio for the score.
Bit full on that one, wasn't it?
Oh yes, lots going on, and not all of it immediately comprehensible. They managed to get a full chain in time, though.
Good. Another pedantic and confusing challenge thrown back in your stupid smug face. So, what was the longest chain they managed?
A chain of 15.
Well, no cigar, but that's a healthy length of chain. A shame that the scoring system, which I'll make up on the spot, is unfailingly draconian.
On to the scores, then.
You displayed the mnemonic talent of Paul Sinha combined with the puppy dog energy of a Chris Ramsey. Truly a super contestant. Well done. 5 full points. Task me, Alex. Task me.
OK, here's a task which I designed to fulfil the Taskmaster's recent demand that I make the show really pop. Good to see you. Remember, you will only score points for popping bubbles while stood on the red circle. Swish. Right, fan is going on. Impressive technique. Good swashbuckling. The good thing about this task is that it gives me a head start on my weekly duty of washing the lawn with soap and water.
What a lot of bubbly fun. It was like a child's birthday party, complete with a palpable sense of seething resentment. Wow, you were like the John Wick of gently bursting soap bubbles. John Prick.
Yes, an alarmingly high percentage of bubbles popped. They were unstoppable.
Unstoppable popping. Noted. Got to be pretty pleased with that, right?
Me?
No, them. Obviously not you.
Oh, it's just that I was very pleased with that, yes, if you were asking. I found the whole thing very satisfying.
I wasn't asking, and I never will be. Now, where were we? A right little Errol Flynn with the sword, weren't you?
Shall we get to the scores so we can stop saying the word bubbles?
Yes, please. Total bubble apocalypse, 5 points. Let's move straight on to the studio task. £8.
Happy with your prompts, Greg?
Yep, I think I can handle sitting on my throne and shouting.
Please put on the boxing gloves and we can begin. How strict are you going to be on the hour, Greg? If the time is 8:35 or 25 to 9, can the little hand hit 8 or 9 for the hour?
They can do either. And you know what? They don't need to be consistent as to which hand will be the hour hand and which will be the minute hand either. As long as they hit the 2 correct numbers at the same time, that counts.
Very generous of us. OK, the Taskmaster will start shouting out the times one after another once I blow my whistle. Ready? Here we go.
11 o'clock. 9 o'clock. 8 o'clock. 1 o'clock. 1:10. 9:10. 10:15. 20 past noon. 11:05. 6 o'clock. 6:10. 9:15. 25 minutes to 6. $5:35. 6
midnight. PM. 4 AM. 10:05. 2:30. 6:30. 7:00.
OK, that's all the times.
Right, it's score o'clock. We'll see how you did. Right, this is going to be a fairly simple one to score, so I'll take the time up top to ask, of all the pictures to put on those bags to get punched over and over, why did you choose your own face?
Well, all publicity is good publicity.
Well, I don't believe it. I think the entire Taskmaster enterprise is just an excuse for you to get prurient thrills from being punished in public, and you've finally gone mask off.
And do you want to tell me off for that?
No, you little deviant. I want to get on with the scoring. If I'm not mistaken, you got every single one of them correct.
Yes, I can only surmise that they have previous time-telling experience. OK, on the score clock, the big hand is at 3 and the little hand is at 4. It's scorter past score.
More entertaining and accurate than one of those clocks with lederhosen-clad dolls that comes out every hour. You know the ones. 5 points. All right, so what are we looking at for the episode score so far?
We're on 15 points.
So what have we learnt today? We've learnt that humanity has but one true enemy, the bubble. The bubble people are here now, and they're coming to take away your jobs and your children, and they're going to lay waste to your hometown, and they're going to redecorate your childhood home to a featureless husk of its former self, leaving you with nothing. Nothing! And they must be stopped. Thank you for playing, and goodbye! Hello and welcome to Taskmaster. I'm your host, Greg Davis, and I shall be dividing my time between sneering at your best efforts to complete tasks, surreptitiously rubbing myself with £50 notes, and cruelly berating the stomach-turning collection of meat tubes, ginger hair and pedantry sat next to me. It's a little Alex Horn.
Thank you, Greg. Do you want to hear about my new hobby? I've been getting into gaming.
Oh. You know, I was about to reluctantly say yes, go on then, but actually, no, absolutely not.
Right, good. A new task, I think, please, Alex.
Absolutely. This next task is like the lab after it's had 12 pints of milk spilled through the floorboards. Sommelier. Sommelier. Smellier. Hello. Please only touch the task card. I've started the timer. You may begin driving. If you lose all your peas, we'll reset the robot and you'll need to start all over again. Just in case it looks like I feel threatened by the robot, I'm not. It can't even do stairs. I can do at least 3. I'm really proud of this one. You might say it's amazing. See, the robot doesn't just carry peas around, it does jokes too. You still need to clink all 3 glasses. One glass down. That's glass 2. On to the last one. Just be aware, that's a real brick. 3 glasses. Just need to make it to Greg now. I have stopped the clock. The vegan cocktail has been delivered.
I have a vested interest in this one because I'm hoping to soon have all my drinks brought to me by a sleek sci-fi robot instead of this weird flesh robot sat next to me. So a controlled test with a statue of me and a glass full of peas is just what I needed.
Shall we look at the number of peas spilled throughout?
Indeed, I don't want my robot depositing its yummy peas anywhere except in my eager gob.
It was a torrential outpouring of peas. At least 2 Pea World family-sized bucketfuls.
Terrible! We should make it clear, though, that no food was wasted. Alex snuffled every single last one up off the floor like a besooted gerbil, didn't you?
Yes, it was like a delicious little task, all of my own. So, scores?
You got a vague approximation of a cocktail to a vague approximation of me, and in return, I will give you a vague approximation of an actual reward. 5 points! Another task now, please, Alex.
This next one is smashing.
You are unbearable.
Hello. So, to fire, just grab the handle and squeeze the trigger. Ah, the building block of any task. They are quite bouncy. That's it, gun's empty. Bit of a relief.
None of my beloved Nana's fine china smashed at all. That's what I like to see.
Yes, they were exceptionally careful. Not so much as a little chip.
Very impressive. OK, and how many balls did they end up with?
Oh, lots. Enough to fuel a half-hour tennis match with no ball boy needed.
Well, I'll be interested to hear how the math shakes out on this one then.
Shall we make an attempt at scoring then?
I will, yes. Seems pretty clear to me. Loads of balls and minimal damage. 5 full points. Let's move straight on to the studio task. Please, make your way to the stage. Ducks with hooks? It seems very much to me like you've just been to a fun fair and copied a game directly, Alex.
Yes, I went straight from the fun fair to the orchestra, so we've got some cymbals in there too.
Oh, good. Well, that will class the whole thing up, I'm sure.
To make things simpler, I've put some mild adhesive on the hat and cymbals, so once you put them on, they will not come off again. 5 minutes. 5 minutes remaining.
So are they going to have these things glued to them forever?
Oh no, it's special glue, so they'll drop off naturally before we get to scoring. They might take a few layers of skin though.
OK, take that ridiculous outfit off and come down here for some scores! Well, I'll admit that was slightly more entertaining than your regular fairground duck stall. You retain your job for now, Alex.
Phew!
So, seemed to me they filled those cymbals right up with ducks.
Yes, like 2 golden ponds in mating season.
A bucolic, yet erotic image. Did they correctly pigeonhole their ducks, though?
Perfectly, yes, not a single ugly duckling in the batch. OK, shall we crack on with the scores?
Yes, although don't think I didn't notice your attempt to sneak in a quack pun at the last minute. A magnificent display of physical prowess and the ability to discern between different colours of duck and between your left and right hand. 5 points. My short-term memory and rudimentary math skills are completely shot these days. So, Alex, where are we with the episode score?
We're on 15 points.
So much for the battle, but what about the war? Series score, please, Alex.
You have overcome all of the Taskmaster challenges and proven your worthiness. A truly perfect score, 75 points.
Well done.
displayed the kind of raw talent that deserves a golden facsimile of my glorious bonds. A perfect score across all tasks is something truly special. Something magical has happened here today, something that transcends time and space, to build a deep, personal, everlasting bridge between me, almighty Taskmaster, and you, lowly participant. From this day forth, you can hold your head high in all you do, for truly you have achieved that which so many cannot. So what have we learnt today? We've learnt that just like life itself, crockery is delicate. And also, like life, it makes a satisfying smashing sound when you attack it at high speed with a tennis ball gun. Thank you for playing, and goodbye!